The worst part about overthinking is that most times you're fully aware of it. You know that you're replaying a worst case scenario in your head that may or may never happen in the future. Yet you're unable to stop. And slowly you start wishing that you had $1 for every time someone tells you, just stop overthinking. Because you know that advice never works. I know all this because all my life, my friends and family have told me that Srishti, overthinking is your biggest flaw and you need to stop doing it. And truly, I accept that this has been a big struggle in my life. So much so that it has become a part of my identity. That girl who overthinks. And I absolutely hate that about myself. Every year, I would write in my journal, become the girl who can handle problems with calmness and courage. And by the end of the year, when I look back, I know that I've failed miserably every single year. Trust me, I've tried a variety of methods. Meditation, journaling, mindfulness practices, mindset coaching, affirmations, distracting myself with movies and reading books that I like, and even pretending to live in the moment, while actually my mind would be racing with thoughts about the future. And while I feel that some of these methods, particularly journaling, has been really genuinely useful for me to understand myself better, I still couldn't find that one-shot solution that would lead me to retraining my mind when I'm actually in that moment overthinking in real time. Until recently, I did a full-blown journaling session asking myself why I overthink in the first place. Not just trying to find out the triggers of what makes me overthink, but rather asking myself why I keep overthinking despite being fully aware of it in that moment. That's how I came upon this epiphany. I have been overthinking because I use overthinking as a coping mechanism. So every time a new problem would come up in my life, my brain would instantly start racing to solve it. If I find a solution, that's great. If I don't find a solution, which usually happens when the problem is way into the future, around situations that may or may never happen, that's when my brain keeps replaying it in my head over and over again in an attempt to solve that problem for me. Some people on the internet call this dysregulating your nervous system. And I'm still reading up more on that concept, so I don't want to talk about the term without knowing fully about it. But once I had this realization, I have been able to find a clever trick of breaking that overthinking cycle in real time. So now every time I catch myself replaying a certain situation in my head, especially a future hypothetical situation, I don't say, Srishti, stop thinking about this. Nope, that doesn't work. What I do tell myself is, Srishti, stop solving the problem. This works for me because it does two very specific things. First, it instantly reminds me that my brain is showing me that situation because it's trying to do its job of protecting me. And that way, I stop seeing my brain as something I have to fight against. Second, it reminds me that maybe I don't need to solve that problem in the first place. If there's a situation that I cannot control, then it's okay to allow the universe and God to solve that problem for me. There is still a lot more that we would need to do, like letting go of things, accepting our situations, gaining more self-confidence, self-esteem, and so much more to eliminate overthinking from our lives entirely. And I will be sharing more of my journey around personal growth, so make sure you subscribe. But for those days when you need to instantly break an overthinking cycle in your mind, this little phrase of stop solving the problem can do wonders and can actually help you retrain your mind to look at your brain in a positive way and to also allow yourself to let go of that problem. I hope this little trick helps you as much as it has helped me. And if it did, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'll be talking more about my personal self-growth journey in the upcoming days. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.